Hello everyone, this is the introduction to the Ordinary to Extraordinary Photography project. Finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. We all have set routines and patterns in our daily lives. We wake up in the same place, we brush our teeth in the same bathroom, we walk or drive to school along the same path, we hang out in the same places. The amount of time we spend in these places can make it difficult to recognize anything of interest. For example, maybe you walk by a fence post every day wrapped in wires and chains. If you pause to look at that scene through an artistic lens, you might come up with an extraordinary photo like this one. For this assignment, I would like for you to begin to tune in to these daily rituals and commonplaces with new awareness. Think about the statement, I see what I expect. Exercise your vision. There are millions of remarkable and extraordinary photographic possibilities absolutely everywhere. Take photos of mundane, ordinary objects, but make them interesting and beautiful. I bet you see a fork every day. This fork is made extraordinary because of the really interesting lighting. The way the golden light is hitting the edges of the tines and illuminating the scratches that are on the surface of the fork is truly amazing. The secret is in the light. Beautiful and interesting light makes everything extraordinary. Look for reflections. This is a puddle in the parking lot of the school. There is a newspaper floating on the surface, but the way the light is hitting the puddle and the reflection of the tree makes it look very interesting. Look for shadows. In this photo, a student took a bunch of jewelry and laid it on a dark background in a sunny location, which makes the jewelry very glittery and interesting. Look for glowing light. In this photo, taken on campus, the fern is taken from an angle that makes it look monumental, and the lighting coming in from the upper right corner makes everything look like it's glowing. Take photos at sunrise, sunset, or next to a big picture window at home. This photo of a sunset is made even more interesting because of the pattern created by the boards and the gaps between the boards, and the circle where the knothole is missing add even more interest. Look for interesting form, textures, or unusual colors. In this photo of some fall leaves, they look very velvety and textural. Look for interesting patterns, lines, or other elements. This is another photo taken on campus. Compose your photos carefully. Show the viewer what you are drawn to. In this case, the mushroom is the lightest object in the photo, and it's also framed by the other objects that are present in the photo. This is the tennis courts. The way the light is hitting the damp courts, it makes it look almost like ocean waves. More student examples. This is the window to the wood shop. More student examples. And we're going to look at two inspiration artists. The first is Edward Weston. He lived from 1886 to 1958, and he began photographing at the age of 16. He developed a reputation for his outstanding abilities with lighting and composing. Between the dates of 1927 and 1930, he began a series of work emphasizing close-ups of seashells, peppers, and similar objects, bringing out the rich textures of their sculpture-like forms. In essence, he became known for making the ordinary extraordinary. This is one of his most famous photographs, the pepper. It almost looks like a human form. It has a lovely lighting and nice contrast. This is a photograph of cabbage. Again, amazing lighting and lots of interesting details. Here are seashells tucked into each other. Beautiful, soft, luminous lighting. Nice contrasty background. The second artist that we're going to look at is Jessica Backhaus. She was born in 1970 and she is still living today. She was born in Germany and grew up in an artistic family. At the age of 16, Jessica moved to Paris, where she later studied photography and visual communications. Jessica's photos are examples of great composition and great lighting with ordinary objects. Some of her photos are ambiguous. You can't quite tell what's going on, but they do have beautiful colors, beautiful shadows, and interesting composition. Your assignment. Take 10 to 20 photos. Look around your environment for interesting subjects. Try to find good lighting. Turn them into Google Classroom. Complete the artist investigation assignment posted in Google Classroom. Evaluate your photos carefully. Choose the one with the strongest composition that clearly meets the project criteria. Edit your best photo. Check the levels, exposure, saturation, and adjust if needed. Consider making creative edits if you wish. Turn in your best photo to Google Classroom. That's it, everyone. Have fun with your project.